Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
My son.
What's your son's name?
Hakeem.
All right, Mr. Robinson, again, on July 31 of 2025, the jury found you guilty as charged in count 1 to murder in the first degree by unanimous verdict. And at this time, this court will then adjudicate you guilty of that offense and sentence you to the only lawful sentence that this court can impose, and that is mandatory life in prison without the eligibility for parole. You will have credit for 1,666 days of time already served. I'll impose mandatory felony court costs of $518. I'll enter a restitution order payable to the Victims' Crimes Compensation Trust Fund, which will be joint and several with your co-defendant, in the amount of $7,500. Do you understand your sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
What up, gang? I'm back with another video. I say that, back with another video. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Yes, I said subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. It's free. Do it for me. It's your boy Music 101, the Street Reporter, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it. As y'all know, Ksoo's father, Abdul Robinson Sr., took the stand and testified against Ksoo in the Julio Fulio trial. He pled guilty to helping Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner, aka Butter, escape after the 2020 ambush murder of Charles McCormick Jr., aka Lil Buck. Ksoo's father stood in front of the judge and begged for mercy while sending his condolences to the victim family. Check it out.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First I would like to show my respect to the victim family. That's okay. That's okay?
Yes.
I don't know if they're here or not, but I sincerely apologize for my part in their grief. I understand what it is to lose a child because I lost one. And I know some days you're mad, some days you're angry. It'll never be the same, but I sincerely apologize for my part in whatever grief they have. Your Honor, I'll never give nobody a ride again. I don't care if they call me and say they in labor, they water broke, I don't care. I'll never give nobody a ride again. I had a lot to think about with this situation. This may sound like a joke, but I'm serious. I even thought the next car I get, I'm taking all the seats out besides the driver's seat.
Stop the cap.
Because of this situation. But it's no manual when it comes to parenting. But this situation put parenting in a great perspective for me. I learned that you can't make up for lost time. When you try to make up for lost time, it makes the friend and parenting thing collide. I learned that a parent must set boundaries between their children. And my biggest lesson was not to be friends with my children, and definitely not friends with their friends. I tried my hardest with Hakeem. When he came to live with me, I didn't know how I was gonna put food on the table for me or him. I had fought with him literally, physically. Whenever his mother called me, I dropped whatever I was doing to go get on him. I never missed a PTA meeting. I never missed a parent conference. The school knew me by heart. That's how active I was in his life. I'm not standing here pretending that I don't love Hakeem. I still love him. I never stopped loving him. And I know he hates me. Sometimes I wish I could tell him I love him, whether he accept it or not. Even if he spit in my face, I still would love him. That'll never change. I'm not only standing here for myself. I have 3 babies, 10, 7, and 6 years old. I don't want to lose them. Because nowadays, in the urban area, I mean, I don't want to make this about race because it's 209 million Caucasians in the world, and it's 41 million African Americans, and black on black crime outrun white on white crime any day. So this is not about race. This is about being a father figure in their life. If I lose those boys, I know I can't get them back because I don't have to fight in me no more. This situation took it all out of me. I'm not saying that I love them more than I love Hakeem. I just had to choose one of the less evil. It's a tough spot for a daddy. It breaks my heart when my babies tell me they have to lie to their friends about their father's whereabouts. They tell them that their father's at work, he work out of town, things of that nature. After the day, I'm hoping that's not a lie no more. Because I planned on reinstating my CDL driver's license. My godbrother already have a job lined up for me. I don't want them to visit me in prison because they give children the wrong impression. Because when you see them, I doubt if I would even let them visit me. But when they come to see you, you have to come out there with a smile on your face. And it makes them think that it's okay. And years later, that visit turn around and it be the father going to visit them. What I thought was a simple, innocent phone call was the worst phone call of my life. If I had a single clue that a murder had happened or that an old lady was being held against her will, it's nothing or nobody could have made me go get him a ride. I thought that they was over some little female's house and their parents came home. And when they came out the house to get in the car with pajamas on, I would have never thought that there was a victim in the house who closed those walls. I did not know what happened before I picked them up. I hadn't been in trouble in over 10 years. I lost everything, Your Honor, doing what I thought was the right thing. Children, grandchildren, brothers, sisters. That's almost enough punishment for a man can handle within himself to lose 99% of his family. This was by far the hardest thing in my life. I was in a dark place one time and I prayed, and I used to pray every night and ask God to take my life, not to wake me up to face this situation again. This situation broke me in many ways. They have me over there in the county jail, and it's really not 23-1. It's 24 hours lockdown, no human contact besides officers when they come feed you. I think I've been outside about 3 times in the last 90 days. And at one point in time there, I started having panic attacks, hallucinating, thinking I'm seeing things that I ain't seeing. And if you could see the living conditions, if you could see the commode in there, it scares me when I have to sit on it. It's a bad situation. I have a few critical health conditions that I'm working on. My kidneys are not functioning like they should. My diabetes have came back since I've been over here at the county jail. I'm taking 4 insulin shots a day. And it's sad when the nurses tell you at the jail that this food killing you. But what can I do? I'm asking you, to give me my life back, where I can go back to being a man. And when I say a man, I mean feeding myself, taking care of myself, and being a father. I don't want to be put in a situation where I have to be an animal to survive, because that's what it'll be if I'm put in prison. Guys that come back when I was in St. Johns County used to tell me, boy, they waiting on you. They waiting on you to come. But I said, rap music is a big influence in the urban area. And this whole situation been blamed on me. How? I don't know. I don't believe no one is looking at the facts. I think they just see that I'm his father. I don't feel that I should have to sacrifice my life because I was his father. And I'm still to this day kind of baffled that neither one of them stood up and say he didn't know what was going on. But I didn't know before I went and picked them up. I don't pretend that this is easy, but the right decisions in life are not often easy. The right decisions in life are often hard.
I ain't gonna lie. Boy, when he first started off talking about his next car, he gonna take the seats out the car, only leave the driver's seat, man. Listen, I thought the judge was gonna give him 100 years plus 40. But she had sympathy for him. She cut him a break, and she felt like he deserved to be free. So she gave him time served, 2 years on an ankle monitor and 3 years probation. Check it out. Get in the comments and let me know. Do you think Ksoo father got off? Or do you think he deserved to be in jail for the rest of his life like his son? Like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. It's free. Do it for me.
All right, Mr. Robinson, of course, I sat through the trial at which you testified, and I am fully aware of the assistance and cooperation that you've provided in the prosecutions of not only your son, but of the other defendants who have cases before me, Leroy Whitaker, Mr. Hudson, Mr. Brown, and the rest of the gang, if you will. And so it is not lost on me the hard decision that you needed to make and what you have done to assist in these investigations and prosecutions. I am, of course, bound by the plea agreement you all have reached, but when it comes to departure, that is strictly within the discretion of the court. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And it sounds as if the state agrees that your assistance would qualify under 921.00262I for that departure, and I do so find that your assistance qualifies. In addition, under 2B, I believe it is, I also acknowledge that in these horrific crimes that resulted in the death of people in our community, that you were not the shooter, you did not provide or get rid of the firearms or play a major role in the crimes. You did play a role in the crimes, and for that you're being held accountable by being an accessory after the fact, driving people to the doctor, driving people away from a crime scene, providing money for Mr. Barner to get out of town with Janera Smith. And so that is what I am sentencing you for today. I am also fully aware that you are within your family and in your community persona non grata. You have a bullseye on you. So you are going to have to lawfully protect yourself. But understand this, you are a convicted felon. I know that I've previously adjudicated you guilty of aggravated fleeing from a law enforcement officer, so you are not allowed to possess firearms. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I'll be gone. I'm leaving.
Okay, well, hold up on that. Because, of course, now you're going to be a multi-convicted felon, as I am adjudicating you guilty of these two offenses today. So let's begin with case 2020 CF 8261. For that one count of accessory after the fact, I am going to adjudicate you guilty. I am going to sentence you to the 1,898 days that you have already served. That's a Florida State prison sentence, but it is time served. That's going to be followed by 2 years of community control with electronic monitoring, to then be followed by 3 years of probation with the following special conditions. You have to pay mandatory felony court costs of $518. I don't think I need to say it, but it will be a condition. You are not to possess any firearm, ammunition, or weapons. If you are going to move out of town or move out of state, I don't have an objection to that. However, wherever you're going to move has to accept you and receive you, and you have to pay the transfer fee. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So just to be clear, I do not have an objection to transferring this community control or probation to another location. But whether you're accepted is not up to me. You understand? Let's see here. I would like you to undergo a mental health evaluation and any recommended follow-up treatment. And you were retained counsel, is that correct?
Your Honor, in
Not
case
appointed?
number, in the 2020 case, yes. In 21 CF 3570, I was appointed.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to that case then. 21 CF 3570. Again, you will be adjudicated guilty of count 2. I will sentence you similarly to 1,898 days in prison with credit for that time served. That will be followed by 2 years of community control with electronic monitoring. That will then be followed by 3 years of probation with the following conditions. You will pay $518 in mandatory court costs. You will pay $150 in appointed attorney's fees. You will complete a mental health evaluation and any recommended follow-up treatment. And you may transfer, or this court has no objection to transferring if such is available to you. State, do you have an announcement as to count 1 in that case?
Yes, Judge, null process code 30.
Okay, they've dropped count 1. Do you understand your sentences and the remaining counts?
Nope.
Do you have a question?
Your Honor, he was just asking, his concern is if people would be able to identify him by way of the ankle monitor. I don't believe that it would be possible. It's strictly managed by DOC. Probation.
That's managed by the Department of Corrections. That's not subject to somebody publicly being able to find out who's wearing what electronic monitor. Right? Do we have probation on Zoom?
Good morning, Judge. Yes, probation is present. We would not be able to identify with the electronic monitoring, but can you also state that his address be placed confidential?
Yes. We'll do that. His address can be confidential, only known to DOC. Okay? Do you need that in a written order from me, or is that sufficient for you to just say this on the record?
A written order, please, Judge.
Okay, I'll be sure to get that done. Do you understand your sentences?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No, he explained it to me again.
Okay. State, I will need the guidelines so I can complete those. That's going to conclude your 2 cases today, Mr. Robinson.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have before the court. May the excuse.
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Hey, do me a favor. Look down right there to the bottom left and hit that like button for me. Hit that like button right there. I appreciate it. Now continue watching. Promo alert if you need promo. DM me on Instagram at music101CEO. $30 for 1 promo video on my YouTube. $50 for 3 promo videos on my YouTube. $70 for 6 promo videos on my YouTube. And $130 for 12 promo videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure y'all tap in and get that promo if you want to win.
Charleston White, Brick Baby, Loose Cannon, and about 18
If I step, I'm the leader of this 8 shit.